I have great friends with me here today. We are going to be visiting with Michael and Nancy, and they are representing Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Long Island. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Donna.
having us.
So I love this charity. It is such an integral part of our Long Island fabric. And one of the misnomers about the organization is that it's just for people that don't have fathers or mothers, correct? So Michael, can you talk about that point, about how Big Brothers and Big Sisters can service the entire community?
Yeah, and I think a huge misconception is that the little brothers are from families that their parents and guardians don't have the capacity to take care of them. It's actually the exact opposite. They come from loving and caring families who recognize that they need a mentor or a companion to get the most out of their potential.
And sometimes, you know, like I was bullied when I was a kid in school, and instead of going to recess, they put me with the guidance counselor, and we would play games and stuff. And I didn't really realize that what was happening is they just wanted to empower me to have some positive experiences in my life, to keep me away from, you know, people, maybe the wrong group of people, right? And to kind of re-guide me into something positive. Nancy, what's been your experience working at Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and why their mission is so important to you personally?
Well, I think the rise in social issues for children, a lot of the children have, over 90% come from families that they're raised by a single parent. They don't get a lot of time outside to socialize and to interact, and very often their big brother or big sister is the person that really gives them those first experiences. First time on a train, first time at a game. We send people to the Jets games and the Giants games and the Nets and the Knicks, and they get an opportunity to do things that they would never otherwise have the chance.
To open their eyes to opportunity and possibility. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What have you enjoyed most about being a Big Brother, Michael?
I think, as Nancy said, there's a lot of firsts that I've been able to do with Juan. He loves sports, so he would like to do that 100% of the time. But Big Brothers, and what I would tell volunteers, we really need male volunteers, male volunteer bigs, is that the agency will always have activities for them to do. I've taken Juan to museums and even a tour of a college campus, things that he might at first not want to do, but once we do them, it takes a great interest, and it expands his horizons and really gives him some new avenues to explore.
And Nancy, what's the application process like for a big? How does the process work?
Well, there's a process for volunteers,
okay.
People interested in volunteering, but there's also a process for the family so that we can make the right match in the end. But volunteers come in. First thing they have is an orientation over the phone. Gives them a sense of what we're all about, what the time commitment would be, what the expectations should be, and we are free. The first phone call is about those rules and sort of what to expect as you go forward. And if people are still interested, we move on to an assessment, which is about an 1.5 to 2 hour interview. And we ask all sorts of things. And some of the questions are fairly personal so that we can get to know you and your interests. You may play the guitar, and we may have a child that's interested in learning an instrument. And finding something where there's a shared interest helps that relationship build that much faster early on.
And you come from the corporate world, yes, Michael. So let's talk about that transition between, you know, achieving great success corporately and how you're applying that to your success as a person.
Yeah, so I've been extremely blessed in my life, and I'm always looking for an opportunity to give back to the community or to make someone's life easier, even in a small way. So I was fortunate enough to work for the Nature's Bounty Vitamin Company, and I had the opportunity to be chairman of their foundation, which supports charities on Long Island. One of those was Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and I got involved in supporting them in their scholarships and a lot of different events that we sponsored for them. And I saw the great work that they do, and I said it would be a perfect opportunity for me to give back. So I applied to be a Big Brother. Fortunately, I was accepted, and it's been the best decision of my life, actually.
Congratulations, and I see all the wonderful things that you've done, and you know, we've gotten a chance to work together a few times.
Yes.
Recently, I was the MC for the fabulous fashion show that you put together.
Yes.
And so Nancy, you know, in closing, what would the appeal be? What is the need for you right now?
We have over 450 boys on our waiting list.
Okay.
So we're in crisis mode. We've added 2 positions. Mike's is the first, and we've also added someone to work on recruiting on a full-time basis so that we can change this. These are kids that have already raised their hands. Imagine how many more there are that could benefit from having a mentor in their life. So we need to move into full action mode. We're doing incredible things with the programs we have, but we need to help the children that are waiting for help.
I couldn't agree more. And that's why I wanted to invite you in, because I said, if we could do anything, it's just about raising awareness.
Absolutely.
That you're there and that there's a need and that both families are benefiting as well as the bigs.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I mean,
And the commitment is a few hours twice a month.
okay.
And believe me, you spend more and more time as you get involved, and you want to go back every week and be with them because you get just as much out of it as the little does.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you,
I
Donna.
can't wait to be working with you in a closer community way, and I celebrate you and the fact that you've both been so dedicated with your lives, and hopefully that'll encourage other people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for all your support.
You're
Donna.
welcome. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up. If you've ever considered this type of an opportunity, today's the day to act. Thanks for watching Live It Up.